celebrated World Giraffe Day. It is the longest day of the year, and they have awarded that day to the tallest animal. So now there's a lot of awareness going on and efforts underway and a lot more studying than has ever been done before to help preserve the future success of the giraffe.
Yep.
Thankfully.
Yeah. Oh, and I also want to go on record, yes, we realize that flies spread disease in Africa, and that fly whisks are actually pretty valuable.
Oh, yeah.
Like Chuck said, you can make fly whisks out of other stuff, and maybe it's incumbent upon some of us here in the West to make sure that the people who need the fly whisks in Africa get the synthetic ones so that the giraffes are left out of the loop there. How about that?
I think that sounds great.
So, you got anything else right now?
I have nothing else.
All right, well, there's giraffes. Mika, thanks for the idea. And since I said thanks, it's time for Chuck.
Yes, that is correct. Administrative details. Okay, everyone, administrative details. If you are new to the show, it is a segment wherein we thank listeners for the really neat, wonderful things that they send us. That's one of the great things about doing what we do is people are kind-hearted and loving, and will send us stuff.
Agreed. So let's start, Chuck.
All right. First on the list, because we forgot him last time, our old buddy Greg Storkin came to see us in Denver, Colorado, right?
I think so, yeah.
And he sent us some whiskey. And Greg, you are one of our longtime listeners, and man, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for sticking with us and for the whiskey.
Yes, and Chuck, there's another one that, thank you, Greg. There's another one we missed last time, too. Lucas and the rest of the crew from Penelope, which is a charming restaurant at Lexington and 30th in Manhattan. They sent us a wonderful care package of stuff from Penelope. So thank you, guys, finally, at long last, for that.
That's right. And speaking of whiskey, might as well go ahead and shout out our buddies from the Greatest Generation podcast, Adam Pranica and Ben Harrison. If you don't listen to that show, it's really good. If you're a Star Trek Next Generation fan, or even if you're not, that's the best thing going for you.
Yep.
And they sent us some, what was it, Woodhouse whiskey from Brooklyn?
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Oh, did you already dive into that?
Oh, it's long gone.
Okay.
Let's see. How about Tim Lazaroff sent us a bunch of Wegmans organic ketchup. Thanks a lot, Tim. He also griped on email that we hadn't thanked him. So, Tim, hold your horses.
Tessie's Old Oddities. They sent us toddler gifts and dog gifts, which we always appreciate.
Yeah.
Little bat costumes and dolls for bat conservation.
Yes.
It's very, very cute. I put it in my daughter's room, and she loved it.
Yes, thank you for that.
And Momo got a costume, right?
Yes, she did. She looks adorable in it, too. I need to post a picture of it, to tell you the truth.
Totally.
But I'm afraid that somebody will kidnap her.
Well, yeah, then don't do that.
Right. So, I have a correction also from last time. We thanked Matt Drager for sending us homebrew beer, but we hadn't tried it yet. Remember, it turned out to be Kahlua. He made homemade Kahlua.
What?
Yeah. Don't you remember? It's amazing.
I don't remember that. I don't know if I had that.
Oh, it's good. It's in that green bottle that Jonathan Strickland's face is on.
Sarah Lopez, big thanks. She sent from Scandalous Scarves, sent scarves for our wives after we made fun of Infinity Scarves on our live show. Right?
Yeah, with somebody wearing an Infinity Scarf right there.
Well.
It was uncomfortable. Thanks a million to Christina, who gave us freestyle embroidered sampler portraits of us at the Chicago show, you remember?
Yes.
They were amazing.
Shot Tower Gin. We love our gifts of spirits.
Oh, yes. So
Shot Tower Gin, I cannot remember the person, and I feel terrible about that, but big shout out to Shot Tower Gin.
Do write in and let us know so we can thank you a second time. Thanks to Robin at Mother Dirt for sending us all the great skincare stuff. It is much appreciated and well received.
Thank to Ben, and I could not read the spelling. It's either Clerk or Cloak. He sent us a very cool and solvable, very key for a maze. A stuff you should know maze. And I've never tried to design a maze, so it was pretty neat seeing that.
Yep. Let's see. Cody Dietz sent us a copy of his book Spheria, And also, while I'm on it, John M. Hamilton sent us a copy of his book, A Hell Called Ohio. He thought I would appreciate that in particular.
Argentina Coy invited us to her wedding, to Dustin Nottage. So we could not come, but we always appreciate wedding invites.
Yes. Daria from Happy Socks in Sweden. I had no idea that Happy Socks was out of Sweden, but she sent us a bunch of Happy Socks, appropriately enough, and they're awesome.
Yeah, you love your Happy Socks.
Yes, I do.
Mr. Jack Ramsey sent us his graphic novel called Skit City, and this thing is awesome. Look up Skit City online, SKIT City, and it's really, really great.
Yep, and Brigitte for the cutout drawing of me with my Lovecraft book. I love that.
That was very cool.
Yep.
Who else do we have here? Now, I thought it would be Rebecca, but I swear it was an N, so I'm going with Renica Morshell. Sent us her young adult time travel novel, The Mender.
Nice.
Mender. Check that out.
Yep. And you want to save the rest for the next episode?
Yeah, we're going to continue this with a part 2. How about that?
All right, let's do it. So in the meantime, if you want to get in touch with us, you can tweet to us at SYSK Podcast or Josh M. Clark. And hang out with us on Facebook at Charles W. Chuck Bryant or Stuff You Should Know. You can send us an email to stuffpodcast@howstuffworks.com. And as always, hang out with us at our home on the web, stuffyoushouldknow.com.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit howstuffworks.com.
Hi, this is John Roderick from the rock band The Long Winters.
And I'm Ken Jennings from the syndicated quiz show Jeopardy!
We have a podcast called Omnibus.
It's a time capsule of our era, and we put a new entry in the ground every Tuesday and Thursday.
Listen on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to never miss a single episode.